including from the ZRP Economic Cluster, the BRIC General there, the Sellers Association of Zimbabwe, even from the industry. I've seen my sister Patricia from Delta. We work very close with Patricia. Patricia anenge achitaura kuti maproducts edu anyati ari kufamba saka mapurisa enyu ari kutiita sei, so we work very close with the Delta. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm representing the Commissioner General of Police, Commissioner General Civil Mutamba. I want to thank the National Economic Consultative Forum for this workshop, for this symposium to deal with counterfeit products in our country. This issue is real. This issue, if people take it for granted, we will wake up with no industry. We will wake up with no people in Zimbabwe, because the implications, the impact is very broad, to be honest. And it's cutting across all sectors of the economy. Look at agriculture, fake fertilizer which is coming in, counterfeit fertilizer. Look at counterfeit seed. Look at the chemicals. You also look at even the health sector. What is happening? For example, you now have people coming up with some beverages which they claim that they've got medicinal properties. But when you check, they've not been cleared by the Medicines Control Authority of Zimbabwe. They've not been cleared by the Ministry of Health and Child Care. Then you also have people now coming up with even what they call vehicle parts. And we are crying with road traffic accidents where people are dying. People have become disabled. Because people are changing vehicle brakes on daily basis. Just imagine you buy brakes today, after 3 days you realize there is a fault. The brakes are no longer functional because you have acquired fake brake pads. This is real. And it's also a challenge because the way the products are being packaged, the way the products are being labeled is so attractive. Much even better than the genuine product. And we are saying, as the police, the social and economic development of any country can effectively take place where there is law and order. So it entails that the public and the business entities, whether you are from the local sector or you are a foreign-owned entity, you have to follow the country's set rules and regulations. To the latter, to be honest, because the police is there and other security services to enforce the law without fear or favor. And I'm happy with this whole of government approach which we are doing through NEC and the Ministry of Industry and Commerce. Let's take it serious, ladies and gentlemen, honorable ministers. Let's take it serious, because what we are fighting is a real elephant in the room. I tell you, from the health point of view, from the security point of view, this is a security threat. Where you have people bringing in fake vehicle parts, then we have accidents. And to make matters worse, some of these people, they don't even bring money. Just imagine somebody getting between 20,000 and 60,000 US per week. What we discovered in waterfalls, 20,000 per week. The money is not banked. It's kept in a storeroom. One, you are attracting criminals. You'll be robbed. People will be killed. No taxes are paid to the government. You are just taking your money, putting it in your pocket. And sadly, some of these guys, it's a partnership between locals and foreigners who are doing it. And they will take advantage of the licensing system. So what we have discovered is the police, with other security services, including Zimura, both are also working close with Zimura. We've discovered that we must close the gaps in our laws, ladies and gentlemen. From a policy point of view, let us close these gaps, because they are also giving us a challenge in terms of enforcing the law. I know it has been raised here, and the Minister of Justice, Legal and Parliamentary Affairs has promised to take action. Let's take action and take action for real. To be honest, guest of honor, because people are also taking advantage of these gaps. And from the policing side, we also have a challenge in terms of technical expertise. Because as police officers, we also need to be assisted in terms of identifying counterfeit products, because there are so many in our shops. There are so many on the street. And I'm saying, if you are a genuine Zimbabwean, if you are a genuine person who has come to Zimbabwe to do business, why do you not want to contribute to the safety, security, and well-being of Zimbabweans? Why are you trading counterfeit products? When people die, we blame the government. When we have road accidents, when people have got all these ailments, you blame the Ministry of Health and Childhood Care, say they are doing nothing. The health facilities are not functioning. But what have you done? You're just taking your 60,000 per week, putting into your pocket. In the process, you are also engaged in money laundering. That's why I'm saying the implications of counterfeit products are broad. They are real. We cannot afford to continue having talk shows. We cannot afford to continue having, no action being taken. Yet the economy is dying. People are dying. We will not have youth tomorrow. And in the process, some of these counterfeit products, they are being used through substances linked to drugs. Just imagine somebody lie to say we are selling a beverage drink. Then that drink is full of drugs. What happens to the youth? What happens to the men? When we've made the cases, we start say, government yatregerera vanhu vari kubewa nemapanga mumacommunities kumfakos glenora. But the real cause, what is the real cause? So what it entails is we must make sure that this issue of government, whole of government approach works, and we tackle the issue of counterfeit products decisively. To be honest, there must be no mess when it comes to the issue of counterfeit products. People must go to jail. They must not pay fines. They must go to jail, guest of honor, so that we can set an example. I tell you, we also need to ensure that even, our teams which have been set up, we also want all stakeholders to be involved. Currently, we have got the uniformed services, we have got ZIMURA, and other, departments from government, the Ministry of Economic Planning and Investment Promotion, the Ministry of Industry and Commerce, but also other stakeholders to come on board. You see, and also to be very clear, what should be carried by buses when they are coming from some of our points of entry and exit? What should be carried by haulage trucks? Sometimes people, they blame ZIMURA. I'm not saying I'm defending ZIMURA. What we discovered 2 weeks ago when we went to back storage with the ZIMURA, we discovered that people sometimes they are cleared at the border there, but they've got their seals which they are putting in their pockets. Along the way, they've got their teams. They break the seals which have been cleared by ZIMURA, then they put their own seals after loading their counterfeit products. This is happening. So what it entails, we must tighten the system, the checks and balances. That's why I'm saying, honorable guest of honor, we must ensure that the enforcement side is not only about arresting. No, we must make sure that checks and balances are put in place, including checks the shops that are operating in our CBDs, including checking people who are operating businesses in backyards, even at homes. It's not clear. Some of these counterfeit products, find them hidden in homes. And some of them, they're even traded at night. I'm happy, Honorable Deputy Minister, you spoke about taking action against night vending. We are waiting for what you are going to do. Certainly we'll support you, and I can assure you, because night vending is also contributing towards the sale of counterfeit products. You see. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is real. And even at the point of entry and exit, we also want to thank the government because they've assisted the secretaries to acquire drones. But we also want support. Okay. Even the issue of resources, the government is doing its part, but also want other players, you see. Because this issue is cutting across the board. It's affecting everyone. Not only the government. Private sector are affected. The ordinary citizens are affected. The policing side is affected. So we are in this together. So when we say, we are talking about real things, ladies and gentlemen. I'm telling you the truth. That's why we are saying as the police, we will ensure that all the efforts which are being put in place by the government, they are supported. If it means enforcement, we will do it. If it means effective arrest, we will do it. But we also need technical expertise in terms of getting people who are qualified in identifying counterfeit products, because we are not medical experts. Sometimes we are not even people in the motor industry. Like for example, 2 weeks ago, because I brought people from our license inspectorate, we had to seek people from the private sector to assist us to identify fake brake fluids, to assist us to identify fake brake pads, because they are so proliferated on the market. You see, the same applies to some of these drinks which are coming up. People, they claim it's a drink, but it's beer. It is being given to children. Just imagine. Yeah? And some people, then you see people saying, police, why are you coming in? You are not Ministry of Industry and Commerce. We are a people's police service. We are a government police service to enforce the country's laws, whether people like it or not. Yeah. So even if we say, police, why are you raiding companies in Waterfalls? Why are you raiding companies in Makokoba? If there are companies owned by Zimbabweans, if there are companies owned by foreigners, they are in Zimbabwe, they must comply with the country's laws. Simple. So that's why we are saying we are happy with what the Ministry of Industry and Commerce has done. We are happy with what the National Economic Consultative Forum has done, but let us do more. To be honest, in the private sector, he must come on board, coming on board on the polling side, on the policing side, coming on board, supporting all the other efforts being put in place by the government, so that we avoid the blame game. Are we together, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you very much.